Hi Aries, welcome to your weekly reading. I am hearing, I am listening, I am reading your comments where you want a few more extra videos like midweek. I totally get that. I'm slowly segueing into trying to do this a little bit more full time. I wish I could, but I know I'm mentally there because usually my Fridays I start with my office work. I get that out of the way, and then I do your videos. Now I'm doing it the other way around. I'm doing your videos because I'm excited to get here, and then I'm gonna do my office work later on. But with that said, let's see what's going on for you. Final weeks of September. Final weeks of September. Guys, time is fluid, so you know this. For some of you, it's happening now. For some of you, it just happened. Others of you, it's coming in the coming weeks. In the coming weeks. God, I'm getting tongue twisted. All right, so first card that came out is the Ace of Swords, which tells me there's something new going on in the sense of a new contract. Some kind of conversation where there's truth, there's honesty. Even if you're dealing with a person in a love relationship kind of situation, everything is going to be put on the table. Everything is going to be laid out. So you're going to have this honest conversation from scratch, and it could have came from a situation where something had ended. I mean, clearly, there's nowhere else to go but up from this. So it's like sifting through the rubble, and it's just like, okay, let's have this honest conversation. Let's put our cards on the table. Can I have one more for this situation just so I can be a little bit more clear? I love this. Okay, now I got what's going on with you guys. I got the feeling. Some of you might have just been like, you know what? To be honest with you, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. And I don't mean just in a relationship. I'm talking about you to your boss, you to your friends, you to your family. You're like, I'm going to put my cards on the table. I'm going to tell you, I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I'm this. I'm that. I'm frustrated. I want this in my life. I want that in my life. And it's going to come with success. You're going to be vindicated, validated. You're going to be heard. Maybe it feels like it's not that way in the beginning. And I say that because I see the star at the bottom of the deck and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It feels like what you're asking for is not coming in. So this is coming from frustration, or this is coming from learning so many life lessons that you're like, you know what? I'm going to do it a little different this time. I'm not going to do it like how I did it before. I'm a fucking, blurt it all out there. You will be vindicated, validated, regardless of what you're hearing or what they're telling you. If it sounds negative to you, trust me, those words are reverberating in their mind of what you're saying to them. They hear you, even though they might be saying something derogatory or negative or pessimistic to you. It's not, it's sinking into them because you will be vindicated, validated, because it looks like you're being hopeful and positive of the outcome, even though it hasn't come in yet. All right, so let's continue and see what's going on here for you. So this is an interesting dynamic that you're going through. So basically, I'm reading for a dynamic as opposed to a current situation. But let's see what's coming towards you in the coming week. You guys are holding on to something that is like falling apart, something that's ending, something that's dying, like some job or a relationship. All right, death in reverse. Others of you, you're holding on to something that needs to transition and you're not letting it transition or change for you. Hold on a second. And this is why I say you're holding on. You see this woman in the card? What is she doing? She's clinging onto her pentacles. What are pentacles? Pentacles is money. Pentacles is reality. Pentacles is 3D. It's something tangible in your life. So that could be a relationship. That could be a job. It can actually be literally money or a friendship. Death in reverse. Not letting something go. Not letting it transition. Not letting it change. It could be out of fear. It could be out of concern. Um, let's see. I think what you're doing is you're weighing your pros and cons, what you should do. And there's the tower card behind it too. And under that is a new project. Guys, I think you, how can I explain this? I think you're going through a personal metamorphosis for yourselves. I think you are retiring an old phase that no longer suits you. It no longer fits you. It's like you're growing up and that size is no more for you. Whatever that is. So let's see, let's continue. What does an Aries see coming their way? It's okay. So what I'm trying to say, Aries, is that you're evolving, but you're slightly holding yourselves back. Maybe you don't think you are, uh, but you are. And I'll explain in a minute. And I get the feeling that a lot of you have been having some funky dreams lately. Not that we ever remember our dreams, but in this case, I feel like a lot of you Aries are remembering your dreams. And you are feeling like you're having these like strange dreams. Some of you, it can be about water, anything water, because that's change in life and flow. Others of you, it could be that you're falling down. Another group of you could be dreaming about losing your wallet or losing money. These are all dreams of parts of your life that are transitioning. I don't even know why I'm bringing this up, but it's coming to the forefront of my mind. And it's making me feel like these dreams are telling you something. Um, you have Five of Cups in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You are. You are evolving. You are growing. The Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck for me is upgrading. You're upgrading your home, quite literally. You're buying a home. You're upgrading your relationship. You're going from boyfriend and girlfriend to engaged, or just seeing somebody or talking to somebody and actually dating. You're upgrading in your job. Whatever that is. This is because, and under that, look at this, is the Ten of Wands. Look how hard you're working. Look how hard you've been pushing those friggin' rods. Male or female don't matter. And you're doing it to build this. You pushed this up the hill so you could build this in your life, okay? And it's something that you love. And under this card is the Queen of Pentacles, your stability. And under that is the third Queen. That's crazy. You're analyzing, you're debating, you're finding your stability, you're finding your structure. But on the table is these two fives in reverse. You're getting over the difficulty. You're letting go of something now. All right, whatever you had built your intentions on, the time and energy you spent on, the money that you spent on, you're like, okay, that's not my place. My place is a place of abundance over here. Look at this card. She's facing these, right? Look at her. She is facing the cups that have are spilled over. Those are emotions, those are feelings, those are jobs, that is money, that is relationships. Behind her are two cups that are upright, filled with love, with money, with relationship, with friends, with abundance, however abundance, health, whatever that is. For you, this is the abundance. Because this card landed upside down, inverted, finally she's looking at the two cups of abundance. She being the girl in the card, meaning you, male or female. You're like, I have other abundance. I have other things that I can grow from those two cups. I don't need to deal with the shit that I already put my money in or spent my money in. I need to stop the bleeding. And that's what you're doing. You're stopping the bleeding and you're building off of something else. You're building off of something else that you see of worth and value. And again, that could be a person in a relationship or your job. Now, let's get into your advice. Guys, I'm sorry I'm being so general, but you're a large audience. And I want you to understand that these are energies. And you're discerning adults to understand where these energies apply. The extended typically goes into the love sector, to be honest with you, because we hone in on your person or the person that you're dealing with. Now, your advice is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Look what's at the bottom of the deck. The highest money card in the deck, Ten of Pentacles. And the marriage card, and the relationship card, and the responsibility card. And under that is the Page of Cups. All right, guys, so basically in your advice, this is where you're going. This is coming down the pike. This is true happiness. All right? This is you having true structure. On the table, the way for the road to this is this Knight of Cups. The knight is the messenger. The knight is the person who takes action, who puts one foot forward. One action begets the next. Okay, say you start and you want to go to nursing school. You go to nursing school, you start for nursing school. So somewhere along the lines, something happens, something changes, something falls in your way, but you learn something on that road to becoming a nurse. You all of a sudden become what? A doctor? Or you go into sociology, psychology, something else, whatever. My point is, one action begets the next when you start moving. Why am I telling you all of this in your advice position? Something here is telling me that you need to resist temptation. You need to resist the easy road. You need to resist the easy path. You need to keep going on where you're going because you already are on the right path. All right? So there are certain things that you don't need to accept. Interestingly enough, let me get one more card. Please give me another card for this for advice. Also, you're not the one who needs to extend the olive branch anymore, okay? Because you did it over here. You see yourself? You already did it. You don't need to talk anymore. Now is editing point. Now you edit. Now you don't say nothing. And you don't fly off the handle. You don't say anything. You don't do anything. You already put your cards on the table. You don't have to extend the olive branch. You don't have to do anything else, right? You need to just keep working on you. You see this? Keep working on your craft. Keep working on your hobby. Keep your head down. Now is the time to capitalize on you. Okay? I promise you. Because you can't do something now half-assed. You already put one foot forward in whatever it is that you set yourself on. You're on the right path. It's not the time to deter from where you are now. Okay? It's interesting advice that you have here. Keep networking. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep dating if you're single. All right? Others of you, this is talking about a reunion of some kind. Let's continue. What is the outcome? This is such an interesting reading. I feel like, let me get the outcome and see if my suspicions are correct. What is the outcome for the week, please, for Aries, this final weeks of September? Interesting. And bizarre at the same time. Everything here is screaming to me shedding of something old and getting into something new, and it's uncomfortable for you. You don't like it. It's a little terrifying. Uh, but I feel like it needs to happen for your evolution, Aries, because I think that there's something better lurking around the corner, and the universe is just sitting there waiting for you. It's kind of like there's the universe, they're around the block, they're waiting for you to turn the corner, but you keep going back down the block the other way. They feel like they can't wait for you to turn the corner so the universe can be like, look, surprise! I have a new job for you, I have a new relationship for you, I have new money for you. Why am I telling you all this? Look at this. Page of Swords in reverse. You're not learning something. Some of you are not learning a lesson. Some of you are like, oh my God, hear no evil, see no evil. I don't want to know nothing. Like you're just not ignoring it. Ten of Swords, backstab, betrayal. And Four of Swords, not healing, not learning, not understanding this. Some of you are repeating a pattern. For some of you, it's kind of like this. You went out, you went shopping, you know your checking account is shaky, but you went shopping like a crazy person, and now you want to open the app and see what's in your bank account, but you're not doing it. You're not looking at it because you're too scared. Meanwhile, you might not have no funds there. How are you going to mitigate the bleed? Or like me yesterday, where this was actually me yesterday with my boss, this Ace of Swords. I was just like, I need an assistant. I need to train somebody. I'm drowning. And my boss goes to me, stop freaking out. I was like, and then I wrote back to her and I was like, okay. She texted me back. I was scared to read the text message of my boss. But I did it anyway because I know if I don't look at something, I will never change. I will never improve. Um, I won't learn. I also won't mitigate the problem, nor will I stop the bleeding. So obviously, it's like grow up time, right? It's the same thing with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife. You say something because to me, guys, this looks like an actual need. It doesn't look like you're wrong. Okay, with an ace of swords, this is being honest, this is being truthful, and you being over here vindicated and validated and becoming successful. I just don't like how it ends in betrayal because it's telling me somewhere along the lines you you put your foot forward, but then some of you are dragging it back. And spirit's like, no, no, you did the right thing. Keep going. Just keep, doing your own thing. Keep working on your hobby. So over here, this backstab and betrayal, this like gut wrenching situation that needed to end because you weren't letting it end over here with death in reverse. Look what's coming down the pike. Five of Pentacles in reverse. So if you lost your job, you're now coming in from out of the cold, okay, financially. Some of you are financially recovering right now. Others of you, if you got hurt and you got backstabbed and you broke up with someone or you lost a relationship or whatever, you're now coming in from out of the cold with someone new, someone else. I know that because of the Five of Cups in reverse. You have some abundance that's coming in. That's why I was telling you earlier, the universe can't wait for you to turn the corner. So they can be like, surprise, look what I got for you. 10 of Cups, yay. You both love each other. You're both in a happy couple. Or you're in a happy environment at work. Or you're in a happy environment at home. Or with your friends or your family. And here you are now moving on. But starting a new chapter. This all makes sense. And trust me, in the coming months, you're going to see, you're going to reflect like, you're going to be at this crossroad one day and you're going to turn around and you're going to be like, oh my God, the decisions that I made. Look how far I've come. You should be saying that now anyway to yourselves. Look how far you've come. Those of you who have been following me from day one, you guys all leave me comments. I read them all the time. I've been following some of you guys and I've seen how far you guys have come. So think about that for a second. Now let's go ahead and start clarifying these cards because this reading is huge, huge. And I hate to say this, I don't know if this was meant to be or this had to happen for you to just see it, or this is just clearing your path because I feel like a lot of you recently might have had a tower moment, but we'll see. Universe, angel, spirit guides, what is this Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands? You know what other feeling I get with this? Now that you did put your cards on the table, now that you did put yourself out there, or maybe you've received this information, you see so clearly now, right? Wow, look at these two major arcanas. It talks about patience. It talks about balance. And the Chariot, moving forward. Moving ahead with your agenda, regardless of the positive and the negative. You're not going to derail, at least now in where you are currently in your situation. You have a new offer that's coming in. Ace of Cups. That is what the success is. Maybe it's a proposal that you're going to love, or you're meeting somebody new in love. This is new. Okay? And again, this is why you are now seeing your abundance. Probably because this is coming in. What is the Four of Pentacles and Death in reverse? Your foundation was shaken, okay? I don't know what happened here or what you're going through right now, but your foundation was totally shaken. Some of you, it's something to do with your home, your structure, your foundation. It all fell apart and you're still clinging on. You're still holding on to something old, okay? You are. This has to collapse. It has to go away. You're done here. You've learned all you can learn. You are what you are. It's time to grow more, Aries. Way more. Don't hold yourselves back from whatever this is. Even if you're meant to go back to this person, you have to start from scratch. You have to start something new. Or if this is a job loss or whatever this is, that's because you're done here. It's time for you to grow. This position is no more for you. It's time for you to look. Open your eyes and look out there. Start looking. What's the Five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? The Magician, the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so look at you. Look at you, okay? Obviously, you suffered some kind of pain, right? Oh my God, I love this. And I'm going to love telling you this. And I need you guys to listen and listen good. All right. This is how fucking beautiful you are. Yes, you are looking at your other abundance. You're letting go of like dry leaves, dead ends. You're like, maybe you think you're not going to do it now. You're going to do it. All right. You are manifesting over here whatever heartache or some kind of pain, you're not letting it take over. Okay? You're not letting it squash you. You're not letting it kill you. You're moving forward. And now over here, you're trying to manifest something new. All right? New relationship, a new situationship, a new job, a new whatever. This is what's crossing you. The Empress. And you've been the Empress for a little while for me now. It's crossing you because you have doubts. You have some fear. You're a little scared. I see that. But look what's at the bottom of the deck again. The Six of Wands. Coming in like a champ, being successful, being vindicated, validated. Your person calls you back and says, "Oh my God, you were right. Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And this could be potentially the reason why you hold on, because you want to leave no stone unturned. You believe that like you're trying to see if you can make anything out of it. Spirit's like, just keep moving. Just you keep doing you. And trust me when I tell you, Aries, when you do you, they will follow you. And if they don't follow you, they're not meant to follow you because they can't keep at your pace. What's the point of them if they can't keep at your pace? Even I had a hard lesson in my life where I knew I had to shed certain friendships because they were not going in the same direction as I was. I was no longer rubbing shoulders with the people I needed to become what I wanted to be or where I was going. Anyway, let's move on into your advice position. So this is kind of the same thing for you that I'm seeing for you. All right? The Knight of Cups in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. You do need to set your boundaries. You do need to put your foot down. I don't mean be defensive and aggressive. I mean just put up your borders. Be like, this is like the line. Please don't cross it. And you're telling people here. You're tired, but it's also saying don't give up. Definitely don't give up. Keep going. You're on the right track with the Knight of Cups over there in reverse. Look at this. You're feeling guilt, regret, remorse, could have, should have, would have. What if I said this? What if I did that? Doesn't matter. If it's meant to be, the universe will return it back to you. You would never feel the woulda, coulda, shoulda in the first place if you were both in sync, if you were both in line. Correct? Correct. One action begets the next. You started here. You learned here. You understand here. You feel good here. But now you don't feel like it's you anymore. So obviously the next natural step is to keep moving. Correct? Keep moving. All right. And you don't need to accept everyone's invitation here. That's the advice. You don't really need to accept everyone's invitation here. You do you, they will follow you. Four Swords in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Swords. Yes, I want you, and I'm warning you, this is going to happen to you, and I want you to be careful, and I don't want this to affect you, all right, because it's in your outcome, so it feels like it's definitely going to happen. Someone's going to be shady. Someone's jealous. Someone's going to try to fuck you over. Someone's going to ghost you. Someone's going to steal from you. All right? And that is the backstab. That is the betrayal. I need you to prepare for this, okay? Because a cheetah doesn't change its spots. They're there. they ain't never gonna leave. You could try to bleach them. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna be removed. Because I see you holding on. Let it happen. Let it go. Can I have one more for advice, please? Especially for this outcome. Here's the time where you're going to have to discern what to cut out, okay? The Queen of Swords is telling you as advice. Here's my knife. It is up in the sky because either we play nice, we make peace, or I cut you out and I use the sword to do it. But there's a butterfly at the tip of the sword. You know why? Because that is you. That is you being gentle. That is you being fair. That is you being balanced and honest. That is your advice. So you do everything with a grain of salt, but do it with this, not with this, okay? And not with any of like your fire, which is passion. Over here, where you see the Two of Wands, think about your future. Look at the horizon. Where do you see yourself? You know, before, just, a few minutes ago, I said, look behind you, look how far you've come, right? Now, look forward. See how far you can go. And start taking the small steps to get there. You want to be married? You want to get engaged? You start implementing the steps now. If there are blocks and obstacles like I see over here, you have to shed these. You have to get rid of it. And I'm saying this is because I saw the Four of Pentacles before, and it's showing up with two different decks. You're holding on to something, all right? And you need to transition it off. It needs to go away, all right? Otherwise, you're going to end up like this. You're going to end up stuck and in this place where you're not going to know how to move forward and blindfolded. The funny thing is, if you remove the blindfold, you're going to see those swords are not in front of you. Those are the swords that you mentally put there yourself. Okay? So, this is like, not a fun reading, but it's like, be prepared kind of reading. But I will tell you this. This is all happening to you because something else is coming in. Also this is, it's like the universe is forcing it to come off your plate because you're not letting it go. All right? This is harsh. This is cruel. Take it with a grain of salt. If you're sensitive, just ignore this. What does Aries need to know? A few things, huh? All right. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. The thoughts can be a sneaky, lying little bastards. Seriously. And what does that mean? That means this lady right here, where you have doubts. No, you know your worth and your value. That's why the Empress is there. The Empress she knows her worth and her value. But when it's sideways, it's like you doubt yourself. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. You got a feeling you just can't shake. That's probably this mofo over here who's about to do you dirty. You know it's going to happen, right? That little voice inside you, listen to that shit. Last but not least, you need a good fucking cry. Get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Yeah, purge, shed, release. Do what you got to do. All right. Let's get a romance angel card and see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on the love front. Romance angels, what say you? What am I not seeing here? Or what is my audience not seeing? Aries. You have romantic feelings here with somebody, right? Obviously, there's a lot of passion and chemistry. You've had a past life relationship. In the extended reading, we deep dive on these cards. We throw more tarot cards on top of it so we can see what Spirit is trying to say. But for me, normally, past life relationship means sometimes you met a karmic. You met a life lesson. And they're here in this life because there was something in the past life you haven't resolved. So it carries over into this life. If you resolve it, you're done here with this individual. Usually, typically, it means that the next person that comes into your life is the one. Others of you, it could be like you two are meant to be, but you have some past life issues you need to resolve. All right, and I feel like this is a newish type of person because you have romantic feelings back here. So let's see. Let's continue. For those of you who are my members, I'll see you at the extended for that. Everyone else, let's get an advice card from the Wisdom House of Night, and that will be the reading for this week. Please leave me your comments down below. I didn't like having to tell you this over here, but I also don't like lying, and I don't like holding back. Like, I'm an Aries too, and that makes me nervous. I was like, oh my God, it's going to happen. Let's see what the advice is. High Priestess of Water. Oh my God, this is like when I was talking about dreams and water and change and flow, and fragment, broken. Interesting. Wow, I think this week's reading is really, really important, to be honest with you. Listening to all of these comments here. Let's do fragment first. Sometimes it feels or it seems that you're split into so many parts, all of them separate and difficult to put together. Family, friends, work, study, activities can all seem unrelated to each other. My child, you're always whole, even if at times things feel separated and fragmented. That is only an illusion. Choosing this symbol reminds you that all the moving parts of your life are important. If the one you're asking about seems confusing, focus on the one that brings you clarity. Be here now and know that I, Nyx, love you and see you as a beautiful and whole, regardless of how disconnected things seem to be right now. Also, remember to take a step back when you're trying to understand something. You may be looking at only one piece of a giant puzzle, a fragment of the truth. See the big picture through my eyes, and no matter what, all will be well. You must feel like you're torn, Aries, like you're in 50 million different places and everybody wants a piece of you. Um, it's good advice. Take a step back. Maybe you're only looking at one piece of it. Look at the big picture. And the big picture was this reading, shedding something, uh, getting you ready for your evolution. Let's see what the High Priest of Water is, but this pretty much just talking about the change in your life and you flowing with it. All right? Dear one, when the High Priestess of Water visits you, and that's why I kept talking about dreams, it's to remind you that all things change, like the powerful element that is being represented by the High Priestess of Water. Water is a transforming element that flows into rivers, makes waves in the vast ocean, turns to hard cold ice, and disperses as hot stream. Water can change into snowflakes, white fluffy clouds, and rain. When you draw this card, it signifies it's a time when things in your life are changing shape right before your eyes. Okay? Go with the flow, as these changes are powerful signs of wonderful experiences, lessons, and gifts. Even if you don't understand these changes at the moment, you will later. So everything that's happening to you now, you will understand it at a later point in your life. I hope you guys stayed to the end to hear that last bit. Let me know in the comments down below if you did, because I needed you to have that support and understanding, that what you're going through is part of the process and it's an important part of the puzzle. Okay, so you see how those two cards fit? This is a huge part of the puzzle of your life. You going with this flow. Around the corner, surprise. All right, guys, I'll see you next week.